That was a good ending, wasn't it? I'm really happy with that. Actually, you want to talk about setting the tone with music? Hang on, I will do you one better. Just give me a second. Where did I put? Yeah, there it is. Yeah, listen to that. This is what you want for Cluedo. It's a tough job drinking down this poison all day. There's too much going on outside these walls. Robbers, murderers, and villains. Yeah, I've seen them all. And they took my life and forced it into this bottle, trapped here going on 6 years now. Sirens raced on Broadway. And I leant back in my chair, pulled a slug of gin, thought about my childhood sweetheart, Rose. Yeah, I think about Rose a lot. That's exactly what I was doing the day the door swung open and she walked in. I could just keep doing this all day, I'll be honest with you. I will happily narrate this entire stream in film noir. Oh, that's my favorite thing I've ever done. Anyways, this is from the 1995 PC Cluedo game, which is really good. The whole soundtrack's like this. Because we're going to be playing Cluedo. Huh? Yeah. From the Latin ludo, to play, I play with clues. It's a Latin pun. Get it together, America. It's way better than just being called Clue. It's like calling a game Operation. Why would you do this? So, we are specifically playing Cluedo Classic, made by Marmality Games, and this is a weird one. But I actually really like it. We are going to play a single-player game. But, look at all this content we have! Where do we want to go, everybody? We've got the Tudor Mansion, the Classic Mansion. We can go to Hollywood, Snowy Peaks, the Wild West. We can go to Venice, to Vampire Castle, definitely not the Orient Express. Shh. We can go to London if you want that, Egypt, or a boat. Does anybody have any preferences? Spoiler, it's all the same map, it's just what coat of paint do you want? Because nobody has any qualms. I'm just going to go for the Classic Mansion, because that's what I'm used to. By the way, look at all these player characters. Who do you want to be? Because we've got all of them. Including DLC 10. Don't worry about it. We're going to release it eventually. We're definitely going to release it, says the developers. And then they didn't. They released something else, which completely bricks this game. Unless you go tinker around with the settings and, the Switch dashboard. I love doing that. Anyway, so yeah, we've got the classic version of, no, this is the current version of Cluedo, actually. And then we've got the classic pieces. These are the ones that I'm used to. Definitely not Einstein, that man. We've got the characters from Cluedo 2, if anyone remembers that, including Inspector Slate Grey, Ms. Peach, and Madame Rose. And then these are just variations on a theme. So if you want to go to Hollywood, it's Mustard, but he's the paparazzi man. And Green is Bankroll Man. I think that's pretty cool. And then the Masquerade one's pretty cool as well. Mrs. White is twins in this one. Now, you know what we're going to do? Because I want to. We're going to go to the Haunted House map. Because look at these Haunted House characters. You got a vampire, the Mad Scientist, Ms. Peacock Witch Hunter, White the Spectre. Oh, she's a white! I get it! Mustard is just there, and green is the monster. Now, the way that this works is if you select a character, so let's go for Ms. Scarlet, for example. Now, you probably saw all of her portraits were blacked out. Actually, yeah, if you go to select a character, you're playing as a different version of this character. So you can't just have nothing but Ms. Scarlet, because then how would you work out how the board works? I don't know. Also, I'm surprised that this little mashup has never been done before. Like, of all the Cluedo board games that I have seen, I have never seen Sherlock Holmes. And, like, sure, you've got Scarlet and Plum and Peacock. These are the characters, like, from Cluedo. But then you've got Arian Adler, Sherlock Holmes, the man, Professor Moriarty, Pete. Well, Peach is from Cluedo. But like Rusty and Dr. Watson, they're the characters. Also, yeah, Empirical Woodland is here. Hello. This here is because of you. Thank you very much. Because you said, remember that one time you played Cluedo? And I genuinely do not remember that one time that I played Cluedo. I don't remember it. So I thought, sure, if Empirical Woodland wants to bring up that one time when I nearly played Cluedo, well, golly gee, we're going to play Cluedo. Let's have all of our players be medium difficulty, because hard difficulty cheats. Like, it just does. Is that going to be difficult to read? That's going to be difficult to read. Pink and purple? No, thank you very much. Let's, yeah, Prince Azure. There you go. Purple and blue. Can't get those two mixed up. And sure. Oh, you'll let me have two blue characters? Get out of here with that. Now we're Peach. And sure, you. I don't know what that one is on the right-hand side there. Let's remove AI difficulty. Sure, whatever. Let's start the game. So this is a fairly standard version of Cluedo, where... What is this weird letterboxing, by the way? If I turn this off, that's just there. The screen is like that. There is, like, 3/4 letterboxing. Oh, that's why! Because that's where the note card's going to go. Who killed Dr. Black? To win the game, you must find out who killed Dr. Black, with what weapon, and where. A random suspect weapon and room card will be secretly added to the envelope. These are the murder cards. The rest of the cards will be dealt out. Solve the murder by discovering what card... That is a really awkward C, isn't it? Look at that. What cards the other players have. If no one has a card, it is in the envelope. Right, how do I mark this up on my board? I don't remember. Peach suggested it was Prince Azure with the crossbow in the banquet hall. I can disprove this. Right, hang on. Steak, banquet hall, kitchen. Oh, it's already crossed off for me. See? Because I have those. Alright then. Well, I was in the banquet hall at the time. Couldn't have been. So, as far as versions of Cluedo go, this one's fine. Right, so Azure has Plum Amulet Graveyard. So we can go... How do I mark this again? Yeah. Plum Amulet Graveyard. It's probably not one of those three. I much prefer when board game versions of video games do something weird with the concept. Like, I showed off Speedrun Monopoly. That's genuinely one of my favorites. So what we know is that Plum Amulet, for sure, Azure has one of those two cards. Because we've had this suggested twice, he's pulled it up twice, that's what that's going to be. I do have a different version of Cluedo on... what is it? It's one of the family game nights on Xbox 360, and what that does is it turns it into a bunch of mini-games. Use L to select a valid room, then A to enter to it. Enter it. To it? What was that? Once in a room, you can make a suggestion. Eliminate suspects, weapons, and rooms until you have solved the murder. Well, I am going to go to the main entrance. Shouldn't have done that. I should have gone to the banquet hall. Make suggestions involving any suspect weapon and the current room. If the next player has any of those cards, they must secretly show one to you. If they can't help, the question passes clockwise until someone can show you a card. I think it was probably me. With a potion. The potion seems like it'd be kind of the thing I would use out of this lineup, right? Go! Oh, right. I was stood beside Lawman Mustard at the time, so it couldn't have been me who is the crime. Inal. Notes are automatically added to the clue sheet to show what you've learned after making a suggestion. A tick means that another player has that card. A cross means they don't have it. Your own cards have a line through the row. If no one has a card, it must be involved with the murder. Use the clue sheet to take your own notes and make deductions. Try it now. Oh. I've done that. There you go. Are you happy now, game? Thank you very much. Be careful. If you get the final accusation wrong, it's game over. Which, in real life, that is because you have to open up the evidence envelope, and then there's the answer. And once you know it, you can't unknow it. It's like, game's kind of short. Was it mustard? With the potion in the kitchen. Right, so you have either mustard or the potion. Yeah, you may have the potion. And you don't have the kitchen, so we cannot cross that out right now, but at the very least, we've got additional clues on our board. Man, I love this game. So yeah, the version I used to play was, I think it was from 1995, 1996. It was called Murder at Body Mansion, or something like that. And it had a soundtrack that was nothing but smoky jazz, and just 30s goings on. Right, so Peach has the lab. Unfortunately, there is no Clue the movie, which do you know what? I'd like a playable Tim Curry in this game. I'd like a playable Tim Curry in most things, I'll be honest with you. Bronwyn, welcome in. We're playing Cluedo. It is just straight up Cluedo. Right, so Azure, I think you have the potion, but you may have the crypt as well. So I do not think it was the potion. And we can use this to our advantage, because, like, that's essentially 2 weapons that we've got crossed off on the board now. That's pretty cool. I mean, the Robert says it. Does that count? Right, so, who was that? Plum. Plum does not have me. I know he doesn't have me. He might have a silver bullet. Or the graveyard. So something I like with this version, though, is that they have images of each character committing the crime. So look, Prince Azure strikes with the magical amulet. And, you know, that's kind of cool. His right hand appears to be on backwards in this image. Don't worry about it. That's fine. It's fine. When another player makes a suggestion involving your character, you are moved to the room in question. You can use this for strategic play if you're a dick. Let's try the throne room. No one's gone there. That sounds like where something dramatic confrontation is going to go down, doesn't it? I suspect Moriarty, as I have done all along, with a potion. Okay. Well, at least we know that it wasn't the throne room. So yeah, the version that I played on Windows had little cutscenes. So when you would say, it was Colonel Mustard with the revolver, you'd get a little shot of Colonel Mustard taking aim and opening fire. And I think that's pretty cool. Alright, what was that? Mustard has... Well, he doesn't have the throne room, and he doesn't have the potion. So he must have shown me. Thanks, Mustard. What a bro. See, this is the scam that we've got going on. Lawman Mustard shows up, and he's like, right, a crime has been committed. We have to find out who it was. And I show up like, I am the mystic. I will tell you. Not in that voice. So Peach doesn't have me. She might have the amulet. She does have the amulet. Because she doesn't have the main entrance. So that's you. So that puts you back down there. Or am I thinking about this wrong? I'm thinking about this wrong. Because if she has that... I haven't played Cluedo in a hot minute. I forget how the rules work. When do I buy a hotel? That was the other cool one I had in the same pack. I had Cluedo and Monopoly on separate discs, but part of the same pack. And the Monopoly one was great, because you got to see your character walking along the board. And also, every property had its own little cutscene when you arrived. So, like, the brown tiles were just toxic sludge, and you could just throw houses in the pile. Right. You have... Okay. Okay. That was also another just straight up conversion of the board game, rather than doing anything funky with it, like, See, I swear you've got the amulet. Because it keeps coming up. I mean, I guess there's only one way to find out. And that is to... When you make a suggestion in a room, you cannot stay there the next turn. You must move on. As must we all when solving a murder, Cluedo. Going to have... So something I think's pretty cool is you can actually move your tile around like that if you want. And be like, yeah, I'm gonna go to the library, I say. But for the most part, the game just chooses to do that for you. Right, I'm gonna say it's you. With the amulet. Yes! She does have the amulet. That's what yes. It may yet prove to be Moriarty. Oh, we'll get to that. Essentially Sherlock Holmes going, I've just figured out that literally every bad thing that has ever happened to us has been the result of this lad. And it just... Alright, cool. Wait a second. It wasn't Peach. Because I've got the banquet hall. And I know that Mustard doesn't have the potion. So wait, it is that one, because we found it. So I don't need that. That's what I got wrong the last time. There you go. 2 suspects down, 2 weapons, 2 rooms. We're gonna solve this crime, hopefully by tea time. I got stuff to do. Game, can you just... Can you give me something? Yeah, I'm going to my parents. I'm making their tea tonight. I often do. But, like, I've got some cheesecakes chilling in the fridge. Depending on how long this goes, I might need to go and top them between rounds. We don't know. Sure, I have the kitchen. There you go. And, you behave. It is salted caramel, thank you very much. Although if you want to do that, Empirical Woodland, allow me to one-up you. What's that? Potion, Azure, Crypt. Yeah, I still think Moriarty has the potion. I made, taco pie when I visited Rextras. And later on, in my visit, her mom wanted to make some cream or something like... No, I forget what she wanted to make. But she said there's still a bit of cast cream left in the fridge. And I don't know if Rextras and I, like, gave her a look. Because she then clarified in extremely squishy detail what she did and did not mean by cast cream being in the fridge. Not that, it's the cream that he bought. Don't worry about it. Man, I could go anywhere with this. I'm just gonna wander over here and sulk next to the bedroom. But yeah, Braun, when I'm with you, I too love a good cheesecake. These are, I for sure know that he has the potion. Because I know that he doesn't have Azure, and I have the Banquet Hall, so the only other card that it could be is, the potion. This P-Cross puzzle is weird. I've not tried frozen cheesecake, actually. Sounds like it'd be pretty good. So Peach does not have Azure or the potion, so she must have the graveyard. Oh, it's all coming together now. Rixtras, please eat. Please take care of yourself. I feel like Azure may have himself as a card, which, honestly, that never sat right with me in Cluedo. It couldn't have been me. I was with myself at the time, right? That's not how alibis work. I wish, but that's not how that works. Alright, what do you... Moriarty has Rose, Amulet, Throne Room. But you don't have that. And you don't have that. So you do have that. I had already taken that off. That's right, I got that. But I made my accusation in there. There is online play for this version of Monopoly. Monopoly? This is the opposite of Monopoly. This is Cluedo. There's online play for it. Peach probably just showed off the graveyard again. Yeah. I noticed nobody has selected the torch. Let's try the lab. I think it's you. And I'm going to suggest the torch, because nobody has done this yet. Damn. Well, there go my master plans. Thwarted by Moriarty. Now, if we could all stop accusing me, that would be splendid. Can I work out what card that is? I think I can, right? Because you don't have Rose or the throne room. So you do have the silver bullets, just like I had thought. I think it's the torch. I think it's the torch, everybody. There's a suspicious lack of people talking about it. So you have the library, I see. And there you go, we figured out all 3 of Colonel Mustard's cards. You see at the top of the clue sheet, we know 1 of Azur's, 1 of Plum's, 2 of Peach, 3 of Mustard's, and 2 of Moriarty's. I say no. I'm guessing. I'm guessing as hard as I can. Yeah, you have Peach, so that doesn't tell me anything. Man, Lawman Mustard was hanging out with me, he was hanging out with Peach. Lawman Mustard's doing okay. I don't know what room it was in, and I don't have any guesses, so what I might want to do is I might want to head over to the lab and see if I can bait out an answer with something that I know what it is. How could I have been in the banquet hall and the kitchen? None of this adds up at all. The rooms in the corners have secret passages to the room on the opposite side of the mansion. This plays a very key role in the movie. With, incidentally, the secret passages being in exactly the same places in the movie as they are in the game. Let's try the banquet hall. And let's try you and that. Incidentally, this is the speedrun strategy for this game. Okay. So. Nobody has the torch. And nobody has Moriarty. Now I just need to find out where he was stood. Remember we got that salted caramel popcorn free? That is your snack. Amazing. We bought a lot of snacks, and the lady was like, because you spent so much money in this snack shop, here's a freebie. And we're like, that's pretty great. I'm quite happy with that. I'm liking this. I'm liking that the AI is off on a wild goose chase someplace else, and they're not at all thinking about what's going on with us. Okay. Okay. So I would have worked out that was the library. Alright. Coffee's a good time. Less so for me. I much prefer tea. But I know that... Hey, you know what's great? Gotta keep my girlfriend caffeinated. Yeah, that doesn't help me at all. Incidentally, the classic rules of Cluedo say that if you make the accusation and it is yourself, well, what that means, so you don't have that or that, but I know you have that. If you make the accusation and you know that it was you, oh, there's only 2 rooms that it could be, then that counts as you getting away with it. You have concealed the evidence, you have made your escape. The perfect crime. Oh, that doesn't help me at all. Because I know who has the throne room, and I know he's not going to show me that tile. To the banquet hall. I'm going to suggest it was Azure with a crossbow. I know for sure this is incorrect, because it was the torch, and it was Moriarty. Rixtress, you're in the wrong chat, but yes, please, Empirical Woodland, eat your food. That goes for everyone in this chat. Take care of yourselves, eat your foods. That's what we want to see happen. So, Peach has not got herself, so she has that. Which in turn means that she can't have that or that. You're hitting giant buttons right now. Is that you chewing on a Switch controller? That's fine. They don't make the controllers taste bad, just the games. The secret is to put pineapple on top. Takes the edge off. There's very little meat in your Switch cartridges, so feel free to substitute it with vitamin supplements. Excellent! I know what your last card is. So, Azure and Plum have a room card each. I think I know where it was. I think I can do this in my next turn. I'm going to accuse Moriarty with the torch in the main entrance. Right at the front doors. That's what he did. Just to prove a point. I just need to get either to the bedroom or the main entrance in my next turn, because when I do that, I will have my answer. Or, hopefully, one of these guys is going to make that. Nah, he's not going to make that. He's not going to cross that off for me. That'd be far too easy. That'd be quite nice, but far too easy. Yeah, so that's the lab card. I know that you have that. Okay. to the main entrance. Well, that's just it, Rickstress. I don't know for sure that it is in the bedroom. We are about to find this out. I suggest it was Moriarty with the torch in the main entrance. Prove me wrong. No one has these cards, and they must all be involved in the murder. You're ready to make the final accusation. I forgot that the game did that! Oh, I love those dramatic accusations. It was you. With that. Over there. The other two were circled. I was expecting this one to be as well. J'accuse! Yeah, I done it. And he would have gotten away with it if not for that meddling sight. Look how happy I am! But look at this! Like, yeah, girl! You go! Oh no! I got the source was there, Rickstress. Make no mistake. And then the game has the audacity to judge me and rank me bronze. Thanks. I'm sorry I didn't do the speedrun tactic. Incidentally, the speedrun tactic. I started this sentence, didn't finish it. Basically, you pick Ms. Scarlet because she starts one tile closer to the closest room. You bolt it into that room and go, Ms. Scarlet with the dagger in the room I'm currently in. And just suggest the top one and hope that that's what the RNG is. A lot of RNG involved. When it works, it's pretty cool. What settings have I got? Not much. Leaderboards? Huh. Scores are set in 8 hours. Play more Cluedo. I think I will. Let's do another round. I can get one, maybe two more games in this. I'm just playing board games and having fun chatting. How y'all doing? Well, let's go somewhere nicer. Let's go to Egypt. Now entering the throne of Anubis. I miss 2-cap. Until I play 2-cap. And then it's like, genuinely the first team to win a fight wins. So, you know. Alright, who be? Kosako, welcome on in. We're just playing some Cluedo. It's a chill Sunday stream where we're playing board games. Any preferences on who I pick and who everyone else is? Anyone? Everyone? Because I don't care. I'll just pick whatever. I feel like Rose is possibly not a Native American name. Actually, no, I can see it being a name. Or at least one assigned to her. Who has the best accusation picture? I genuinely forget. The vampire ones are cute. Alright, Ms. Peacock, Vampire Hunter. That's me. This one appears to just be straight up Draculaura. And that's fine by me. You can be... Huh. Yeah, I forgot that I was playing a different version of Peacock. That face looks like it's pasted on the wrong body. You get me? Well, we're gonna bring along Captain White. I run a no-nonsense ship. I haven't put Chakotay on report in 10 minutes. Give me a reason to. Plum, who probably did it with that haircut. Duke Mustard, the fanciest lad who ever was. And Goro Majima. Hints. Oh, that's what that is. Hints aren't enough. I don't need hints. I did it without. Sony is trying to buy the company that made Bloodborne. I don't know that I have opinions one way or the other on that one. It's not a game that I have played, though I have friends who really enjoy it. Oh, I should have done it now. Now entering the throne of Anubis. Oh no, there's going to be words that I cannot pronounce. Best of luck. I don't know if he did it. Can you murder him a bit closer to the screen so that I can see that, please? I can't make it out. Well, it's gonna have to be the Sphinx, because that's the only one that I can reach. I accuse your haircut with the Ankh. Sure, why not? Look at that fancy lad down there. Oh, which is the close-up one? That one. Look at that. That's Prince down there. That's Prince any given Thursday, including being in a pit in front of the Sphinx. That's just where he was. Anyway. Oh, and you know what? The one-liner, when he did it, is he'd go, "This is what it feels like when doves die." That's what people would say. Oh, I could write crime. It's definitely as easy as just playing Cluedo. So, like, I'm aware of it. I know, like, it's that style of a game. Scarlet Scepter Sphinx. So you might have that. Don't have Scepter. You might have you, but I think that is you. Let's go. But that kind of... I mean, Souls-like games. I don't like them. As has been seen, I'm not overly keen on... Hey, it's really difficult. Get good, though. Just... get good. You don't have Plum. You might have the Scepter or the Sphinx, but I don't believe that you do. Incidentally, you can also mark these up 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I am choosing not to do this. I'm not sure why you would do that. You just can. I think one of my favorite things that Bloodborne does is... This might be a spoiler. I don't know if it's an important weapon or not. But, That was probably Plum, but we cannot rule out you or you. One of the weapons is the sword in the stone, but since you can't pull it out of the stone, you just swing around the stone on the end of a sword, and it's a battering weapon instead of a blade, and that's so good. Let's go to the Oasis. Thankfully, we don't need to wander for 4 days and not solve a puzzle to get there. You... with that. Contessa Scarlet appears to be collecting a variety of dangerous weapons. Interesting. Interesting. I think you have the Sphinx. Wait, yeah. See, this is what throws me. Because it's a white piece of paper, the white characters have black as their icon, but black is also a player icon. Like, if you pick Moriarty, his player icon is black. I want to say Slate Grey also has a black icon as well. Was it me? With the scepter. Waterfall. Oh, it's a different victim as well. I just noticed that. Like, it's a professor-looking type, and not just a body. That's pretty cool. Right, so who is this? This is white. Can I make a note on my board? I cannot make a note on my board. Alright. If white argues that again, I need to show her the weapon card, which will help her a lot less than the weapon and location card. Oh, is it me or is it getting hot in here? Please somebody exonerate me from this horrible crime. I didn't do anything. I hope. So that could be you. Or you. Alright then. We're learning is what we're doing. Incidentally, I think this, right here, there's a boat on the left-hand side of the map. I think that might be a reference to one of the FMV games. Brazilka could probably tell me more about that. I'll just call her up. But, yeah, she's played some of the Cluedo FMV games. And one of them, I'm dead certain, was Cluedo on a boat. Okay. I want to suggest you. And you, because I don't have anything in your little line of thinking. So let's try that. Ah, okay. So it could yet be... Well, there's 4 characters that it could yet be. This is a fighting game stage. Look at that. I don't know why people are looking at me. I've been framed. Clock's ticking. Oh, that's an interesting way of doing that. This could help me narrow everything down incredibly quickly. Because we know that it was my evil twin, and definitely not me, and I have that weapon, Kopesh, I believe it is pronounced. Yeah, you definitely have the airstrip card. Alright. Alright. I see. Look at that heavy metal face. You're like, yeah, I'm gonna kill a guy. Alright, what was that? Mustard, waterfall. Well, we know that you don't have that. So you might have that. And you might have that. This is one of those games where, like, I went through a phase where I would just play a lot of Cluedo. Like, as a teenager, daily, let's play Cluedo. So you have that. Oh, listen to that majestic dice roll. Of course it was that. But yeah, look at that. The glowy borders on the rooms are just floating glowy borders. Like they're physical objects. Fancy that. I suspect white. Because it was a boat, you see. And she used a flare gun. I still don't have enough to nail down what it was. But I feel we can get there. I mean, I did it. Allegedly. You'd think I'd know. That doesn't help me at all. You do have mustard. Because you don't have those other 2 tiles, because I have one of them. This is Rickstress watching me do P-Cross and going, good job, Cass, you are figuring this out. you know what you're doing with a board game. Wait. Wait a second. Yeah, that's not you at all. Because I have your 3 cards, so that's not what that was. Alright then. We know what it was. We know who it was, and we know where it was. I just need to determine what I used. I mean, the murderer used, who definitely isn't me. I bet Columbo would solve this in an instant, so he would. Incidentally, something very clever that they do with this is there is only one like weapon graphic because the murderer is pretty consistently wearing gloves. All they need to do is one gloved hand, and then that's the murder weapon for every character. Pretty clever. Right, so. Yeah. Okay. I think I can solve it this turn. I think it was white. Let's try the pickaxe. That's not as dramatic a scene as I was expecting. That's more like, ha ha ha. I think it was me with the pickaxe at the temple. My character down in that corner is way too happy to be tied up right about now. You stop that, Miss Peacock. And still a bronze medal. Yes, Empirical Woodland. I was the crime. The criminal. I'm gonna keep this going. I'm having fun. Do you know, Empirical Woodland? You did tell me that I had done it. But I didn't believe you. But here I was, doing it. Let's finish up with, we can get maybe 1-2 games in. We'll see what we're doing. Let's go to not the Orient Express. So this is one of the special DLC maps where you got 9 characters to choose from. Check them out. Who do you want to be? Maharaja Brunette? That's a new one. I didn't recognize that guy. I think the character I'm thinking of with the really cool accusation is Dr. Orchid. So that's who I'm gonna go for. Oh, nope. Alright, who else are we gonna have? I didn't know, by the way, that there was like full body art for these characters. I'm used to just seeing the characters, like, heads on top of the little pawn pieces. Like on the cards. Yeah. Incidentally, current Cluedo includes, like, they got rid of Mrs. White and replaced it with Dr. Orchid. But then they brought it back. Like, you can get Cluedo with the ghost of Mrs. White. And honestly, if there's a game where there are going to be ghosts, I don't think Mrs. White is the one you'd want to bring back. That would be Dr. Black. Or Mr. Body, depending on which version of the game you're playing. My point remains. Anyway, Cruella de Vil. And... you, so I can talk in a 1930s voice. This dwarf. A dude. And Captain Amari. This is one of the things I like with this version of Cluedo, is you've got all these characters to choose from, and you can just come up with the wildest setups in the world if you so desire. So look at that Final Fantasy XIV dungeon intro. You'll love to see it. Yeah, I gotta get the scoop. See, I'm the first one on the scene. Yeah. I was gonna say, if you just come right out of the gate and figure out who it was, yeah, game's quite short. Green is 6 feet tall. He's a very tall dwarf. Coincidentally, watching a YouTube documentary about the 90s game show of Cluedo. Oh, I haven't seen that. I could do with seeing that. I didn't know there was a game show. I want to say they did like an episodic TV show, right? But, or am I thinking of Maniac Mansion? I might be thinking of both. There you go, Empirical Woodland. You knew what I was going for. Was it me again? With, Man, you're not killing anyone with that butter knife, I'm just saying. That's like Rule of Rose. Genuinely, the first weapon you are given in that game is a butter knife. Have fun! I imagine that's going to be one of those things that's up on YouTube, right? I don't think the holders of Cluedo, the TV show, care enough to be like, I'm going to take this down. So yeah, it's a point in one of the Discord books, The Fifth Elephant, specifically, where they're discussing the nature of what is a dwarf, and that's a line from that he's over 6 feet tall. Well, that just means he's a very tall dwarf. I should have noted down some of those clues, but I didn't. I was too busy thinking about a good book. Right, so Peacock has one here, one here, one here. Yeah. Yeah. I like how the question mark over my character makes my character look like I'm wearing a monocle when she comes in. She's like, oh, I suppose it's my turn. Right, so what order are we going to do this in? I think it was you. With a lamp. Okay. Well, that's the point that they make. It's not... Like, yes, as a species, he is a human, but he follows the belief system and... I forget who it is. Probably Cherry, who says, like, even the deep down dwarfs don't have a problem with calling him a dwarf. She's the one who describes him as being a very tall dwarf. Alright then. Maybe it was me, see? Yeah. Honestly, Green looks more surprised than angry in that one. I don't think he meant to do that. Barkeep, I need a drink, see? I think it was green, with a glass. Where else would you have got it but the station bar, see? Yeah. There is something just basically fun about doing that voice. When Lynod is in chat, on the rare occasions, and when we get on the voice call, he and I, we will just do that the whole time back and forth. Just try and stop us. Fifth Elephant, incidentally, really good book. It's one of those ones where they talk about the nature of what makes a thing a thing. Without getting too spoilery, they do bring up the ship of Theseus, for example, and why is this thing a thing? I really hope it wasn't me again. That would be embarrassing. Listen to this ambient noise. My goodness, they did a good job with this. Like, as a game, sure, whatever. It's just a basic conversion of Cluedo, the board game. But like, ooh, those lovely hair clippers. I know where it was done. And I think I may know with what. Just comes down to whomst. So it's either the shovel or the spanner. We just need to figure out where. I think I know, which is unfortunate, because I have a good one-liner for the other one. You couldn't have... I'll get to it. I'll drop this. I'll end with it. All right. The last line of this murder mystery case is going to be this one-liner that I thought of. It's going to be great. Right. The barbershop is green, so he will be the last in line to inform me of that, and that's the card he's going to show me because I know he has it already. I suspect. Me. Somehow. I think I know what it was. Yeah, so you have that. I'll get it on my next turn, if it is not solved before then. Yeah, so that's going to be that. You're not helping, AI. You're supposed to give me all the answers so I could solve this problem on my own. That's a lie. Don't actually do that. That'd be kind of boring. Oh wait, I can't get it on my next turn because there's still two characters who I'm not entirely sure who it could be. Oh no. Oh, I haven't got... Somebody... Can somebody work on accusing Green, please? But like, in a way that crosses him off my list? Because right now, it's looking like it was me. I wonder if they were going for a Queen of the Damned look for Peacock when she's doing her thing like that. Could be, right? Yeah, so you definitely have that as one of your cards. Okay. Hey, I reckon it was you, buddy! I just can't stop murdering people! Oh, look at him! Look at him down there, he's loving it! Hey, you solved a crime, buddy! Good on you, Ironworker Green. I'm sorry I accused you. In order to try and clear my name. It is a fair cop, but society is to blame. Naturally, we will be charging them as well. That's a good... I never appreciated how good that joke was when I first heard it. It has grown on me. I do like that line. Alright, we got one more. Let's finish up with the classic mansion. This is the board that I'm used to. And these are the pieces that I'm used to. But I'm still not going to do that. I'm going to be Dr. Orchid because I genuinely want to show off the, her accusation portrait. Because it's... Oh, it's a good one. We'll go for Mrs. White. Because she's not been in anything. I know, right? At the bottom, I was just like, no, the shame. Inspector Slate Grey. Why not? Sherlock Holmes. Let's try and get everyone trying to solve this mystery. Have we got any other detectives over here? I don't think we do. Nah, you're a lord. You're not a detective. If we had the butler yet, we're gonna put the butler in it. He probably did it. It's always the butler. I'm sure I knew the answer to this at some point. Who was the first person to be, like... Clearly, the butler did it. I don't know. Although I want to say the story I have heard is that it was someone who was at least attempted to be murdered by her butler. So... Ooh, I don't know. Rose, good name, that. Let's put you in. Do we have everyone? Yes, we do. I mean, honestly, Rextras, if some ironworker called you out and solved your master crime, you'd probably hide your face in shame as well. Oh my god, listen to this soundtrack! More of this, please! I'm just gonna sit here and listen to this, like, cooling noir music. I like it. Also, they changed how the game board works. Normally, you start in little corridors, and it is suggested that this is where you were when you begin your investigations. Like, oh, I can't go back. Was it me again? Golly, I hope not, because that was an unfortunate first roll now, wasn't it? Get him, Sherlock! See, the problem with that is I don't think you could ever really take such a thing seriously, because if your name was Sherlock, then literally everything anyone ever said to you would be sarcastic. Great idea, Sherlock! You know. It's like trying to say that's really interesting in a non-sarcastic way. I can't do it. So that's one of you, one here, one here. Alright, we are putting question marks down. I genuinely do not like the look of those red X's next to my name. Somebody, please have my card. So you have one of those. What a cool character, by the way. I don't know, just there's something about that dude that's just like, yeah, you know what? He did it. Why did I think that was a pool? You don't have pools in the conservatory. All the houses I have... Look at that! That looks like a pool from above. Anyway, all of the houses I have ever been in, there's only one of them's ever had a conservatory. And it had mostly boxes, which would then be used for moving 3 months later. Ignore that! Ignore it. Let's try one of those. Thanks, Sherlock. You see what I mean? It's really hard to do. I mean, Rose has already come into this with a shotgun, so, like... What? She's already come equipped for war. Who knows what it could be? Ha 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 ha! You have Rose. By the way, do you see what I mean about how it can be difficult to distinguish between the white and grey characters? Because Ms. White has the black character profile? Weird. Empirical Woodland... It's entirely possible. Right, so I have grey, so I know it wasn't. I have the wrench, so you have the billiard room. It would be a very unfortunate thing if I were the murderer. Again, Empirical Woodland, because... Golly! 3 out of 4 rounds. 75% of these murders would have been done by me. So you might have the revolver, but you probably don't because you do have the dining room. Okay. But, like, can you imagine how weird and wild it must be that Sherlock, a name, has just been added to culture? Like, him and Rambo, the only two I can think of. Was it me? We're getting dangerously close to it being me again. Rixus, I'm sorry, I can't stop. It's the voices. I play so much Overwatch, I gotta get my KDA up, alright? Don't worry about it. Right, so. Could have been you. You. Oh, what's that? The study? I don't know what study is. That's where you read books and pretend to get good for exams, right? That was always my problem in school. I did fairly well in class, but tested horrendously. Believe I have mentioned before, I once scored 9% on my AS Maths. I genuinely just shouldn't have shown up for it. I could have had that afternoon off and not felt like a total idiot. And then when I did AS Maths as part of my degree, top of the class. I personally am not Empirical Woodland. I don't have it, and I'm very bad at it. There are social deduction games that I really, really like. The best one is Push the Button in Jackbox. Because if you want to see a room of people turn on one another, push the button on Jackbox. That game's great. We should play that. What is this clue sheet? Who has the rope? Everybody has the rope, apparently. So let's find out. I can explain. Alright, I can absolutely explain. The guy had a lot of money, and I really, really wanted it. That's not much of an explanation, but that's what it was. That character portrait reminds me of someone, and I don't know who. And it's going to bug me until I remember who or somebody tells me. And I look it up, and there it was. It couldn't have been me. green, for I was with Inspector Slategrey at the time. Please, do not look at me as the crime doer, for 'twas not. So that's you. Oh no! Okay. So, oh, okay, good, actually. Because I know you don't have white, and I know you don't have the wrench, so that means you do have the kitchen. I think I have my answer. I'm going to find out and get my answer before I do it. But you know what? Well... See, here's the thing. People have only ever made accusations in the conservatory that were immediately disproven. So I've got no notes on there as to who could potentially have it. But the hall, the lounge, and the study, and the library, I say, those ones all have potential clues. I think it's whoever did this crime, with whatever it was done with, don't be looking at me. It may have been the conservatory. So you have you. I'm not worried at all about getting caught. Everything's fine. Yeah, so you have green. We know that you have green, and that's how I figured it out, is from you doing that. Alright, cool. Moving along. I really like as well that that is very clearly just the character art from the 70s or wherever that one was drawn. I like it. Okay, Sherlock as potentially himself and potentially the conservatory. I have no idea if I'm going to figure this out. Can I just make an accusation? Oh, I can't because I'm already in there. Oh, damn it. Okay. Could it be the study? There's only one note in the study. Like, no one's been there. No one cares. Not helpful. Well, since I'm up here already, I'm going to try the conservatory. And see if I can figure out literally anything at this point. Was it Gray with the wrench? It wasn't. I have both of these things in the conservatory. glad I did that, because that was going to be my accusation. I'll be honest, I bet it was up there. But no, it was not. Yeah, so that was a conservatory guard. We know that. I'm gonna try the study. This game is not making this part easy because I have to move around the map and get to where I need to be, and I can't. So yeah, that's kitchen. You have that. That's sliding the tile along the board thing. That looks really cool when it's the ghost of Ms. White. Oh, hello. That means that you've got that. Because I've got the other ones. It also means... Is this the perfect crime? At least for me. Here's a question. Why isn't there Scooby-Doo Cluedo? Literally, I would have gotten away with it if it weren't for those meddling kids. Right, so what's that? Candlestick, you don't have. White, you do have. So it might be the study. Dawn. I think I have my answer. Give me a good roll. I want to find out. Was it one of those with one of those? Bitch, you thought? That's the pose. That's the accusation pose I like. That's the best one. Was it me? Again, somehow. With the lead pipe. In the library, you say? There you go. I got away with it that time, despite those meddling kids. That's a good ending. I committed the crime and got away with it. Look how happy I am once again to have snuck off into the night. Empirical Woodland, you're not wrong. I'll be honest. Again, 75% of the crimes on tonight's stream have been committed by me. So, like, I have no defense. I just... I was so angry with the flames on the side of my face. That's as close as to that as you're gonna get. Rickster suggested that what I should do is that I should start this stream very somber and very professional and just become more and more manic as the stream goes on until the end I'm just throwing you around the room reenacting the entire stream. And well, that's what it is, Rickstress. It's like the movie Cluedo. You get to the end and it goes, that's one way it could have ended. But how about this? That was Cass again. Or maybe this. Still Cass. Well, there you go, everybody. Empirical Woodland joked about me playing Cluedo, and I don't know why. I don't know where this has come from. So I decided to play Cluedo, and just get some things out of my system. I'll be honest with you. He probably deserved it. This comes back to what I was saying on the Breath of Fire stream. How I could be trusted with the book from the show You Cannot Be Trusted with the Book. Because unlike the main killer, the man who kills people he thinks deserves it, I only kill people I think deserve it. Don't worry about it. Everything's fine. Look, I've gone to bed. It's the end of the stream. I'm gonna go and cook for my parents. This is what I'm gonna go and do. Right after I raid someone. Who am I gonna go raid? Let's send everybody over to Dia, because we like Dia. She's pretty cool. Thank you for providing an alibi while I was not committing additional crimes. Empirical Woodland. Nothing happened. Don't you believe what the people are saying. Come back tomorrow for Theomonium. I know where I'm going in that game now. And until next time, goodbye.